Citadel Securities has just been fined for distorting stock prices. This is absolutely ridiculous, guys. We got a lot to cover today. Let's hop into our first story right away from Unusual Whales. Breaking: Citadel Securities was fined nearly $9 million in Korea for artificially distorting stock prices. Wow. Now let's head to the articles by Reuters. Take a look at this. South Korea's financial regulator has imposed a fine of 11.88 billion won or $9.66 million on US-based Citadel Securities, saying it disturbed the local stock market with high-frequency algorithm trading. The Financial Services Commission said in a statement released on Thursday the firm had distorted stock prices with artificial factors such as orders on the condition of immediate or cancel and by filling gaps in bid prices. The firm carried out such trading on an average of 1,400 2022 stocks per day from October of 2017 to May of 2018, totaling more than 500 billion won worth of trades, according to the statement. Now, this is absolutely, and then it says down here, the commission said it was the first time it had imposed fines on such high-frequency trading on the South Korean stock market, which has a high proportion of retail investors and little competition among algorithmic traders. This is ridiculous, and it's once again highlighting that these big institutions, all these big banks, it is better for them to take the fee than to just do normal business. They can make the fee, they can do all the illegal shit and then pay off the fee because it's a tiny fee compared to what they're doing illegally to make the money. And that's just pretty much how it goes. It's how the banks have rolled, and it's the truth. You know, fees and all of that stuff, fees, tickets, it's really just for poor people at the end of the day. If you can pay it off, it literally doesn't matter. And these banks, Citadel, all these guys, they have tons and tons of money, basically unlimited money. And then to our next story, take a look at this. Sam Bankman-Fried is attempting to influence witnesses through encrypted messages, prosecutors say. Man, this guy just keeps trying over and over and over, and it is just not working, not looking good at all. And to our next story, Alameda CEO Caroline Ellison and FTX co-founder Gary Wang are no longer cooperating with the ongoing investigation into FTX and have declined to give FTX's lawyers requested information. So now they're just keeping their mouths shut, and this is very, very weird because they could be looking to uncover some more stuff, and we know a lot has come out of the story, and there's still a lot more to come from it. And I feel there's a lot of the story that's never even going to get talked about or spoken about because this rabbit hole goes very, very deep when you actually think about it. And it's pretty interesting why they're just deciding to shut up now. I don't know. Into our next story, take a look at this. Just in, Biden administration to establish cryptocurrency legal framework in the coming months. Now, they have been saying this for a while now. And everyone keeps saying regulation's coming, regulation coming, regulation's coming. Regulation is coming, but seriously, when? And the problem I have with the incoming regulation is the fact that most of these politicians are not actually educated on the blockchain and Bitcoin. So let's just hope they don't fuck it up, basically. I know Coin Center and a couple other, groups, companies are in DC trying to educate the politicians on what Bitcoin and blockchain is because some of these, they actually just don't understand it at all. And that's a problem. And to our next story, take a look at this. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen says the U.S. economy is at risk of a recession. Now, we obviously know a recession is in the cards, and we also recently saw that the GDP for last month came out higher than expected. So it's pretty interesting what's going on here. There's some data points in the U.S. economy that are still really good and looking good, but there's also points that are looking terrible. I mean, the cost of your rent's going up still. The cost of food is still very high. I mean, so paying for your rent, somewhere to live, is going up. Food's going up, and those are very, very powerful metrics. Yeah, some areas might be getting worse because the overall CPI is coming down, but the things that people actually need to live are still very high, and that is a big, big problem, and they still have a lot to tackle. And then take a look at this. Biden administration says it would be a mistake to deepen ties between crypto and the broader financial system. The reality is, as Bitcoin and crypto continues to get bigger, it is going to become more intertwined with the macro. It's just the reality of it. When big companies want to buy a Bitcoin, they want to buy this. Well, right now they're only buying Bitcoin. It just strengthens the tie because obviously when Michael Saylor buys Bitcoin, Elon Musk buys Bitcoin, it pumps the price. So it's just the reality of it, and I don't think that's going to be able to. I don't think Biden administration is going to be able to, cut those ties or whatever. And to our next story, take a look at this. U.S. Senator Ted Cruz introduces bill to accept crypto in Capitol Hill buildings, restaurants, and vending machines. I have a feeling this is not going to go through. It should go through, obviously. I support it. And the good thing is there is a solid amount of politicians who do like crypto and Bitcoin. Some of them actually do understand it. So that's the thing. But unfortunately, you know, it's kind of looking like Bitcoin and crypto has kind of become a divided issue between, you know, Democrats not supporting it and Republicans supporting it, which is whack as fuck. But it actually makes a lot of sense because naturally, you know, the Dems are pro-government, Republicans are more about smaller government. So naturally, Republicans would like Bitcoin more than Democrats. And to our next story. Bill to establish Bitcoin and crypto as a form of payment in state agencies has been introduced to the New York Senate. It's pretty interesting. We know New York hates crypto and Bitcoin. I'm pretty sure they banned Bitcoin mining in New York for a certain amount of time. Just pure garbage. All based on fake data, and we all know why. We all know because New York is ruled by really one party, and that party, they don't like Bitcoin and crypto. So this is pretty interesting to see. I don't think it's going to go through. We'll see, though. I'm taking a look at this. From Edward Snowden, the average share of monthly household income going to rent in the U.S. Take a look at this. This is kind of what I was talking about earlier. Wow. You can see 2015. Look at 2020. This metric has gone parabolic. And this is going to rent. People need to pay their fucking rent, okay? You can't get around that. And this chart is just showing, you know, kind of what's going on. We know in 2020 there was mass QE. There was a lot of quantitative easing. There's a bunch of funny money coming into the system. I mean, the whole system's already run on funny money, but there is a ton of funny money coming in. And it's resulted in a bunch of problems, as we can see here. Rent's continuing to go up, so yeah. And then take a look at this. White House, the Federal Reserve appears to be on path of a soft landing. That would be great. We want the Fed to have a soft landing, because if the Fed does not have a soft landing, things should get really dark really quick. So, yeah. And then take a look at this. Home sales in the U.S. have now fallen for 11 consecutive months. Real estate is down. This is probably one of the worst times to be in real estate since fucking 2008, 2009. So, yeah, pretty interesting stuff. And yeah, that's all we got for today's video. Make sure to go follow me on my socials. Make sure to subscribe, like, leave a comment. Go follow me on Twitter. And yeah, thank you for watching.